Hi, thank you for checking in with me today for this mindful moment. So, this topic of today's meditation came up as I was in the middle of some schoolwork. And as a grad student, a lot of my work involves reading research articles, reading my peers' papers, and reading lots of reading. One of the things that can come up, maybe this is just me, but I have a suspicion that it's not something unique just to me. But one of the things that can come up and can trigger my anxiety when I am reading is if I read about a concept that I don't fully understand. And I have questions as to what the author is talking about. It can trigger these thoughts that I start to question how much I really do know, even though I have been in school for years and years now. The point is, there will always be things that I do not know. So one of the things that I do, and it kind of helps too when I'm spending a long time reading and my eyes start to glass over, but one of the things that I do to kind of rest my eyes and to also remind myself that it's okay to not know something is I will sit back from my computer and do a grounding exercise where I plant my feet on the floor or maybe on some yoga blocks if I'm sitting in a chair where my feet don't quite touch because I'm on the shorter side. I'll place my hands on my thighs and then I'll rub my hands on my thighs, or maybe even place the hands together and rub them back and forth a few times. So you want to create some friction there. You want to create some heat, some warmth. Then you'll place those palms over the eyes, feeling that warmth radiating off of the hands, covering the eyes so the eyes are closed, and you can have the hands just a little bit in front of the face. You don't have to completely cover the eyes, but you're blocking some of the light that is creeping in that you can see even though the eyelids are shut. Blocking some of that external stimuli, some of that distraction, so you can turn inward and just focus on your breath. You notice the palms start to become cool. Rub the hands together again, maybe checking your posture as you're doing this. Take a nice deep breath in, placing the palms in front of the eyes once again, and then exhaling out. Deep breath in through the nose, and exhale, sigh out. Just a few deep breaths to allow the body to know that it is okay, that there's no reason to trigger a stress response. Kind of holding the reins on that anxiety before it starts to kind of lose control or run away like a runaway horse. And then checking in with your breath, you can place your hands on your heart or relax your hands down to your lap. Noticing the pace of your breath, how your thoughts may have affected your breathing. Maybe it made the breathing a little bit quicker, a little bit more shallow. Can you start to lengthen through the exhale? And take a moment to remind yourself that it is okay to not have an answer right now. That it is okay to not know something. That it is okay to, instead of getting caught up in a spiral of wondering, what the heck do I know? Instead, it is okay to lean into curiosity and to find out maybe where you can go to learn more about a particular topic, or maybe even just simply looking up the definition of a word. That it is okay to not understand a concept, not fully understand a particular theory right now in this moment. It's perfectly fine. You can instead lean into and embrace, instead of feeling a feeling of lacking something, of lacking knowledge. Like I said, lean into the curiosity and the potential there to go find something new. Maybe think of who you might be able to ask, practicing a little bit of humbleness, knowing that it is perfectly fine to admit what you don't know. Maybe thinking of where, if it's not asking a particular person, maybe thinking of where you might be able to go, what resources you might be able to use. A simple Google search is a good place to start. Then go ahead and relax the hands down. Recheck that posture. Can you align shoulders over hips? Softly open the eyes. Maybe, hopefully, that allowed you to kind of delay or offset a spiral of thoughts that make you question yourself or question your worth. And hopefully you can use this brief moment of pause that you've had to gather your thoughts to kind of ask yourself and check in with what you can do next. And there's many options. Maybe it's just jotting down questions that you have and things that you would like to look up. And then you can continue back with what you were doing before, so that way you don't kind of dive down a rabbit hole of Google searching and trying to find new articles and trying to become an expert in something just yet, but simply jot down your questions so that way you don't lose track of them. And turning back to the task that you have at hand, or maybe after checking in with yourself, you notice that you could use a little bit longer break. And so maybe you take a break from your desk, your laptop, go for a short walk, chat with a friend, maybe go see what your dog or cat is up to. And then when you feel refreshed, you can come back to the work that you were doing before. Thank you for joining me in this little mindful moment, a little bit more specific to student life, but I hope you enjoyed this break as much as I did, and I look forward to guiding you through future meditations. Thank you.